ABC News projects Joe Biden will become the 46th president of the United States. The latest vote counts in both Pennsylvania and Nevada give the Democratic ticket 279 electoral votes. 270 were needed. But President Trump says the election is far from over. He says his campaign will take its case to court on Monday. This evening in Kansas City, a crowd gathered at the Country Club Plaza to celebrate the projected win. Another rally is planned for tomorrow afternoon at Mill Creek Park. Earlier today, people drove their cars decked out with flags and signs in the 18th and Vine district. The former vice president declared victory tonight in his hometown of Wilmington, Delaware. He talked about the historic turnout in this year's election.
The people of this nation have spoken. They've delivered us a clear victory, a convincing victory, a victory for we the people. We've won with the most votes ever cast on a presidential ticket in the history of the nation. 74 million. What I must admit has surprised me. Tonight, we're seeing all over this nation, all cities and all parts of the country, indeed across the world, an outpouring of joy, of hope, renewed faith in tomorrow. Bring a better day.
ABC's Rena Roy tells us Biden started sending out his message today after the news broke.
Americans were asked to be patient for days, and now we have the results in this historic election. Joe Biden projected by ABC News to be the 46th president of the United States. The country's new vice president-elect, Kamala Harris, celebrating on the phone with Biden when she got the news this afternoon.
We did it, Joe. You're going to be the next president of the United States.
Biden adding president-elect to his bio on Twitter, then sending out a video with the tag, "A country for all Americans, a future for all Americans." In his first official statement as president-elect, Biden with a plea for unity, writing, "It's time to put the anger and the harsh rhetoric behind us and come together as a nation. It's time for America to unite and to heal." His victory comes after a contentious 4 days as battleground states scrambled to count each and every ballot. President Trump was playing golf as the news came in, his campaign releasing a defiant statement saying the election is far from over. Trump's legal team vowing to challenge the election results. Many flocking to the streets to celebrate in cities across the country.
Best day of my life, best day of the year, best way to conclude 2020.
In New York City's Times Square, in Pennsylvania, where all eyes have been on the vote count for days, and in Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C., just steps from the White House.
And President-elect Biden seems eager to get to work. We're still 10 weeks out from him officially taking office, and already his team has been putting together a plan to tackle the pandemic when he becomes president. Rena Roy, ABC News, Wilmington, Delaware.
Missouri Senator Josh Hawley appears to support President Trump's legal challenges regarding the results. He tweeted, "The media do not get to determine who the president is. The people do. When all lawful votes have been counted, recounts finished, and allegations of fraud addressed, we will know who the winner is." Republican Senator-elect for Kansas Roger Marshall signed on to a letter that was pushing for voter integrity. That letter was sent to U.S. Attorney General William Barr. It encourages Barr to use the full extent of the U.S. Justice Department's resources to uncover any election fraud. Marshall says he also pledged $20,000 to the Republican National Convention Legal Fund. Marshall tweeted, "Every legal vote should be counted, and it should not be hard. Transparency should not be hard." U.S. Senator Roy Blunt of Missouri will appear tomorrow morning on ABC's This Week with George Stephanopoulos. This Week starts at 9:30 a.m. on KMBC 9. Kansas City Mayor Quinton Lucas and Congressman Emanuel Cleaver II are reacting to Joe Biden's projected win. And they spoke with KMBC 9's Bianca Beltran, saying that they hope the new administration will work to unify the country.
Joe Biden won a large majority of the votes in Kansas City, Missouri. As Mayor, Quinton Lucas says he's looking forward to working with the new administration.
For Kansas City, I am certainly excited. We have a lot of things that need to get done. A stimulus package to help support our cities. We need to make sure that we continue to improve our infrastructure. Too many things that we've been waiting on for some time.
As a Democrat, he's hopeful for the next chapter in America.
I think what you're going to see is somebody who says, how do we get to the solutions that America needs, not how do we divide? And that's what this is so exciting for. because this is what America needs each and every day.
Congressman Emanuel Cleaver II campaigned for Biden and says he's excited he's chosen Kamala Harris as his vice president.
She's a smart, funny, and I think very, very committed person to this country. It's a good day for the country.
Across Missouri, Donald Trump gained a majority of the votes, 56% to 41%.
We've got to start bringing people together, rural and urban.
The election results drew supporters to the plaza Sunday to celebrate.
It's a relief. There's been a lot of just pressure and anxiety in the past few years, so it's a change. So just hope for the future.
I'm so excited for what the next 4 years have for America.
In Kansas City, Missouri, Bianca Beltran, KMBC 9 News.
Both Mayor Lucas and Congressman Cleaver expressed that the coronavirus pandemic and economic stimulus are some of their priorities moving forward. And Congresswoman Sharice Davids of Kansas tweeted today saying, "We're not Democrats or Republicans first, we're all Americans first. This has to be a time to heal, find common ground whenever we can, and make government work for the people." President Trump's supporters in Missouri marched in Jefferson City today. Hundreds of people marched from the Missouri Capitol building to the governor's mansion. Many of them say they believe the election was stolen from the president.
There's a lot of techniques that we could to be used to make sure that things are honest and open. That's what America wants. That's what these people want.
President Trump's attorney Rudy Giuliani says the president will not concede the election. He says at least 600,000 ballots are in question. The suit claims poll watchers in Pennsylvania were deprived of their right to inspect any single part of the mail-in ballots.
But the first time it was discovered was here in Pennsylvania just a couple of days ago. The people you see behind me are just a few of about, I'd say, 50 to 60 poll watchers who will all testify.
Stay with KMBC 9 News as we bring you the latest on the election online at KMBC.com and on our KMBC 9 Facebook page. You can also download our free KMBC 9 mobile app.